Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War Arc. Episode 11, Everything But the Rain. We are at a crucial part of this story. In this episode, Ichigo is kicked out of the royal palace by Oetsu Nimaya for failing his test to get his Sanpakuto back. When Ichigo opens his eyes, he finds himself standing in front of his house in the world of the living, back in his body. For those that are keeping up with the manga, this episode covers chapters 528 through half of 533. Um, and yeah, there's going to be a little bit of spoilers ahead because I think it is crucial for me to talk about some of the story developments uh, to really flesh out what I thought of the episode. So overall, this was definitely the beginning. Like we are winding down towards the end of this first season or this first core. Um, and I am very excited. The pacing for this has been pretty frantic at the beginning, but we've definitely slowed down each episode to take in, build out the world. I think that's great. The music for this episode was specifically fantastic. It really contains a lot of the themes and the visuals that are being put on the screen. One of the other things that I really enjoyed was the constant reference in the visual to the rain, and it pauses, and it's a really cool visual that we managed to achieve. Um, Trying to bring all this, and rain is a big theme for Bleach. If you remember, some of the older episodes, or if you read the manga, anytime it's raining inside of Ichigo's soul, is because he's conflicted. So now that is actually out in the world, and it's really cool that that theme keeps kind of coming back all throughout these episodes. So yeah, I mean, first of all, Ichigo is confused. He's down and out. He's not one to take failure lightly, which has always been part of his core character. But it's interesting that he doesn't go back home to his family for to regroup. He goes to his old boss, which is really nice to see. There's a lot of old characters that are revisited in this episode, including Ichigo's old boss, which was really cool. We hadn't seen her in a long time, but it's good to remember that Ichigo, throughout all his adventures, has created this fantastic support system that even though he can't fully be upfront about everything, they trust him so much. They trust him enough to um, to still help him out. And then we finally get what I think a lot of the manga readers have been waiting for. We finally get a look back at Ichigo and his past, and this includes taking a look back at Ishin and exploring more of Ichigo's dad, his past. Really fun to see Soul Society. It's just a really cool transition, especially in the coloring. Like everything in the present is pretty dark and grim in the tones, but as we go back to the Soul Society in the past, big bright colors. Really fun to see in the animation, and also seeing all faces like Toshiro Rangiku, who are part of the Squad 10, who that was Ishin's squad. We also get to see Aizen and Gin and Tozen and revisit all those machinations that Aizen was doing in the background. So I think this is probably the most rewarding part for people that have been watching Bleach for a long time. We're also introduced to Masaki Kurosaki, who is Ichigo's mom. Um, there's a fantastic battle sequence. There's a fantastic just exposition of who she is as a Quincy and how she fits in that with Udio's dad and his family, and kind of how that happened. Masaki and Ishin meet in the middle of this battle with the Hollow White, who is like all these pieces of the puzzle are kind of falling into place for everyone. So it's really cool to see. Really rewarding all the storytelling that has come before. Um, One of the other things that I really enjoyed was just this battle look great, fantastic animation. The music just really amped up everything to the next level. Overall, really enjoy this. And then there's an after credit scene. Stay tuned for that, because unlike in the manga, we are actually moving Ishida's story forward, just with these little vignettes in every few episodes. We'll revisit Ishida a little bit more to figure out what's going on with him, which is not something that I believe they did in the manga. I went back and I just looked at the chapters that we were covering, and I don't think that part of the story was being told. So I really like the change in the adaptation because it really leads us to really focus on the wider scope of the story and not just zone in on Ichigo, which is probably a different way. It's a big difference between manga storytelling that comes out weekly towards these chapters that also, although they come out weekly, we really are collecting like volumes of the manga, pretty much each episode, with covering 4, 5, or 6 chapters at a time. But let me know what you thought of this episode. For the finale, we've been told that we will have a 1 hour special. I don't think they mean 2 episodes of 20 something minutes each. I believe they really mean a 1 hour special. We'll see how Hulu deals with that on their platform, but I am very excited. That 1 hour special, I am planning to do a watch along live when the anime drops. So stay tuned to the channel for more details. Subscribe, and we can all kind of watch it together and react as a group. I think that's going to be really interesting. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, anime reactions, all that kind of stuff here in the channel. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.